Right, we're on text B. And I believe it's less than 40. So, you ready for this?
Text B.
Text B.
Yes, sir.
Benjamin, you want to start us off?
Okie doke. Pistos is faithful. Tes Anastasios of the resurrection. En Duname, in or by power. En Piste, in faith. En Te Duname, in the power. And then this one looked like it was a repeat of the previous one, the second one. Tes Anastasios. I'm wondering if it should have been different. Of the resurrection again.
Notice that. Let me check my original, see if there's a duplication there.
It's the same thing.
Oh, I know. What they intended was that okay, was that okay. That's what was in the original, no comma, okay? You were coming out.
So there was no comma.
Yeah.
So in the power of the resurrection.
Yeah, that's good. The power of the resurrection. Okay, everyone okay with that?
Yes, sir.
I'll save this. Okay. All right, number 2, if you would, there, James.
Yes, sir. Police, city, crisis, judgment, thlipsis, affliction or tribulation, crises, judgments, kai thlipses, crises, kai thlipses, judgments and tribulations or judgments and afflictions, ton poleon, of the cities, ente pole, in the city, antis polisai, in the cities. Does that fit with everybody else, or?
Good with me.
Okay.
Number 5, Pente. Number 3.
3. Okay.
Right.
I can't say that. It's from Affinity. A fakate ta arutara tu numute Christe kato eleos katain pistain. You have left aside the weightier matters of the law, judgment, and the mercy and the faith.
Okay. Okay. Very good. I wonder why he has the article with all of these. The judgment. I'll highlight it.
And the law, the judgment, the mercy, the faith. Attic.
Well, he's treating them as separate entities, probably, is probably the reason. But it might be, that's probably what it is. Okay. Right?
Yeah.
Any questions or comments? All right, number 4, back to Benjamin, if you would.
He gune hatan tikte lupeng eke hati elthen he hora autes. Whenever the woman gives birth, she has pain because her hour came.
Okay. All right.
Should I go to the end?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hotan de genese ta paidion uketi nemonue tes thlipseos. But whenever she might beget the child, she no longer remembers the affliction.
That's probably right out of the Bible, I think, but I can't remember. I didn't look it up. Okay. It's good translation. Anybody want any suggestions or difference? If I say that's a good translation, nobody's going to make any suggestions. I need to keep my mouth shut and just say, does anybody have any suggestions differently? Okay.
Yeah, I substituted the word, his was pretty close, the arrangement a little bit different, but she no longer remembers I used tribulation instead of affliction.
Okay. All right. Okay, number 5, if you would, James.
Yes, sir. And this one's a little odd. Certainly there's, you recognize it from scripture, Matthew 15, but it doesn't quite fit together because some of it's missing from what is there, but I'll go with what's here. Humeste legate, hos an lege, to patri he te matri, doron ho eon, exemu ophalethes, ume timese autus. And I translated this as, and then I added a so elliptically in there to try and make it fit a little better. And you say, whoever says to the father or to the mother, it is a gift from me, so you may profit, never honors them.
And say ume is emphatic, so might just say in no wise, in no way do you honor them. You absolutely don't honor them. So ume is always emphatic, but it usually goes with the subjunctive mood. Okay, all right. Any question now? And he sat here to supply Eston. Okay. All right.
Yes, the word, let me go back and find it. The word, te, matri, it says suddenly. Is that correct? Or that should be a eta there?
Where are you at, Bobby?
Number 5?
Oh, ete matri?
Yes.
And you asked if that was emphatic? I'm sorry. What was your question?
I got matri. It's the alpha should not be there. It should be a eta.
Yeah. Oh.
It should be an eta.
Yeah, I would agree.
That thing that wore me out. I tried to tell you. I said, that's not the way he said it.
Okay. Find an eta to put up that drop in.
Yeah. I think that's the way it was in the book. Yeah, in the book it's right. Him. Yeah.
Right there.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay.
I don't want anybody to miss something, but Russell's here too.
Oh, good. Russell, you able to read? You want
I
to skip it?
can-
Wait till later? You want to take a stab at it?
Oh,
We can let you do line 8 if you got it done when you get down there, or line 6, or you can just listen to us.
I'll listen for now. I'll leave it in the hands of the better men.
I don't know that they're better, or we're better than you. So, okay, they're good men. Okay, number 6, if you would. Let's see who read last. It's
It's my time.
your turn. Number 6. Okay.
Humes homoi oi anthropos pros dexomenos ton kurion ioton pote analuse inton common hina L2 there el thontos kai ko ku santos uthios a noizosen alto. I left out that one. And I put down, let me see here. You yourselves be like men, waiting for their Lord, once he shall return from the wedding feast, that having come and having knocked immediately, they may open to him. That's the way I put it.
Yes. Differently.
You yourself be like men. Maybe I need some commas in there.
Decomai is receive was welcome, and pros decomai is to really receive was welcome. Okay. Okay. All right. Anybody want to add something to it? Number 7. I think we're back to Benjamin.
Yes, sir. I actually didn't get this one. I can read it.
Oh, we'll let your dad translate it then. Okay.
Hoi martures ekatisan ente pole eos u endusontai ex upsus dunami.
Okay, should I go ahead and offer a translation then? It's, the witnesses were sitting or staying in the city until which time you put on power from on high. It's an approximation. It's close to Luke 24, as I recall. That's where where they were endued with power from on high.
Yeah.
Can you say your rendition again?
The witnesses were sitting or staying in the city until which time you put on power from high or on high. You know, it's generally what it's translated.
All right.
Is that what you got, Bobby?
I have the witnesses set down in the city until they be clothed with power from on high.
Yeah, and that fits within duo, to put on, to clothe.
Let me go back here. They set down the city until, oh, I missed that word right there. When, yes. Until you be clothed with power from on high. When, let's see, where does when go? Until, read yours again. I left out the word here.
Ooh, me?
Yeah, what, read that again.
Yeah, the witnesses were sitting, I thought that was imperfect, were sitting in the city or staying in the city until which time you
Okay,
put on power from on high.
which time? I don't have that. I missed that part right there. That's ooh.
Mhm.
Okay, let me get that down. That's what I got now.
He has in here the antecedent of the road is understood as chronos time, of course.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see, Bobby, can we get you on number 8?
And I got a bunch of questions on this one.
Okay.
Okay, it's Kai Migele. Migele means great. Duname, a pedium to marturian, hoi apostoloi tes anastasios to curi Jesus. I got, and with great power, and with great power, the apostles gave the testimony of the resurrection of the Lord Jesus.
Okay. Also gave the testimony of the what now?
Of the resurrection, should have been of the Lord. I didn't put that. Of the Lord Jesus.
Jesus, okay. I like that. Anybody got any suggestion?
That was pretty close to what I got.
I got a question. On the word marturian, in the book, and here, there's, to me, something wrong because toe is a neuter if an article, and maturion is feminine.
Let's see.
Maturion, isn't it feminine? I know it's supposed to be accusative.
I'm looking it up at Thayer right quick.
Wait, I think it comes from Acts 4:33. That's what I wrote down, but I don't know. But there's another word, maturion, maturion, and I looked them up in Thayer because I said, what they were. Maturia means testified, what one testifies, testimony. Then the other one that comes from maturion, that which serves as testimony or proved testimony. That's according to BAG.
Yeah, I agree with your assessment. I think it ought to be Omicron nu, not Alpha nu.
Tang, Mary Tang, Maru Tang. Well, that is
Maturion.
Maturion.
Maturion. Omicron nu.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but but there's two words. They are two words. Just the difference is in the alpha and the Omicron. I think I looked up Acts 4, verse 33. And with great power, let's see, okay, when you look that up in the Greek, you'll see in Acts 4:33 they use maturion with the omega.
An omega?
Yes, in Acts 4:33, it's to marturion, O-N.
It's Omicron.
Omicron nu.
Okay, not omega. Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Let's see, he's got down here the other one, maturion.
Yeah, I think the text has an error.
So that would be according to Acts 4 verse 33, right? Yes. So that should be all. Okay.
You say this should be an Omicron here.
Yes, sir.
They look in the book. Well, in the book, it's got what we got. It's got the alpha there in the book, but it does have the toe. That's what threw me was the definite article. That's supposed to be tame. There, right there. If that's going to be that toe has to be changed if we're going to keep the alpha nu.
Yeah. I'm going to change it to an Omicron. Is that what you're looking at?
Yeah, right there. That's in Acts 4:33. And that looks like where they took it from.
All right. Is that more better?
More better.
Yeah, more better. Let me change mine then.
Okay. I'll save it. I doubt that I'll teach this class again. I think I'm through. We'll just use the recorded classes. If I get 10 or 12 people that want to take it, I might start a class, but I'm not gonna.
Well, I was going to repeat.
You're gonna repeat it if we start again?
If you do it again, I'm going to repeat.
Wasn't there a class that's a little bit behind us?
There was, but that was dwindled down to one student, and he decided to drop out. He's a good student. He attends Barnes where I preach.
I see.
But they changed his work schedule. He's a supervisor at work, and they changed his work schedule. And so he's having to work longer hours. The company he was working for laid off some people, and they kept him, and they put him on a different schedule, so he can't come to class. Anyhow,
Is there any difference between, in reference to those two words? Because like I said, one's that which serves as testimony or proof, one that we're using, that's Acts 4:33, and the other one is just saying testifying what one testifies.
the eon is a more like it's a diminutive form of it.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's what caught my eye, is that the difference in those two. Okay, change my note here.
Materia is more like evidence presented in a judicial sense, whereas they overlap quite a lot. Okay. Okay, so they overlap quite a lot. I need to study that out, the difference. There has to be a difference of two separate. They're related words, but they are different. Okay.
Yeah, well, that one of them, he's got the same thing though. What one testifies testimony there, the witness, evidence, testimony, suitor, whoever he is.
I need to really research it some more. This is the kind of stuff you run into, and you need to look at it and study it. Sometimes there's a subtle difference, and it makes a big difference in the interpretation of the verse.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll look at Trench's synonyms. If you have that, we'll see if Trench does something, and some of these other sources.
Okay.
Also, Robertson's Big Grammar may have something in there. Maybe some other places that we can study it some more. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So we get into the next lesson.
Yes, sir. Sorry for taking up so much time.
Sounds
So,
good.
doesn't hurt it. We can take up the rest of the hour if you want to.
I appreciate your comments, Bobby.
I don't know if y'all noticed this. There was something else that I just noticed, like our exercises numbers. Did the fellow who did this book, did he put extra in there? Because the numbers are like, sometimes we'll say, like in lesson 41, it's exercises 331. And that's what he has in the book, but I had 330 there. So do y'all have 330 on text? But on the on 321 here, that doesn't make any difference. But in the book, it's 322. And I just wondered if he's put something else in there, or because I wrote 320, 322. 321, and The exercise is 322. I just thought I'd say that, so whatever.
My book has 21 right here. I'm highlighting it.
Yeah, I don't have the book. I just have the PDF printout.
Well, see, mine is 322. My book is. That's the reason why I'm saying that, is, you know, if there was some kind of difference.
I don't think there is. I think it's just typo.
Okay.
321. Did he have the 320 jump 322?
Well, I didn't. No, vocabulary is 321.
Well, my vocabulary is 320.
I know. That's the reason why I said maybe he put something new in this book and I didn't see it. So that's all right. Let's go on. It was just bothering me. So nobody else.
Okay, that's all right. Okay, the secondary subjunctive is independent subjunctive. And it's prosaico meta un meta for I say ias tos I'm sorry, chronon tes goristos ina labonman eleos. Let us draw near, and this is your secondary subjunctive. Therefore, with boldness, the throne of grace, in order that we may receive mercy, and the lambano, this from lambano, is the self-prompted taking. I'm sorry, and I'm going to move. All right. So it's an exhortation here to let us draw near. All right. All right. And secondary subjunctive verb to take a secondary, use the secondary stem minus the augment. Now, why doesn't it have the augment? Just curious. The augment is time sensitive. It's literally is past time, and time is past. Whereas the subjunctive does not have time built in. It's usually the future. But the time only comes to bear in the indicative mood. Okay. That's why it doesn't have the augment. Okay. Any question? Verbs that take it. Okay. Thus, the secondary stem, lepo, I leave, and edapon is lipo. Eseo, I eat, is indicative. Aphagon is phago. This is their second aorist. And so this is a strong verb. It goes off on its own. It's not a weak verb. The weak verbs have to follow the rules. Strong verb goes off. And so this is probably, these two words are probably from different dialects of Greek. So they picked up words from different dialects, okay? Probably. That's probably what happened. Best I can tell. All right.
Hey, Marion, so the weak verb and the strong verbs, are those just how you pronounce them?
No, that's how they follow the rules. The strong verb will not follow the standard rules when you conjugate it. Its form will be different. And it probably takes two different dialects and marries them together. Whereas the weak verb has to follow the rules of the conjugation rules. Okay. So that's the difference. Did I clarify that, or you got it? Did I make myself clear, or did I muddy the water?
I think I got it. express myself about conjugation, but as far as it being clear, I just gotta understand a few.
All right. What we have here is these are your forms, and ectomai, and the indicative is eozone. Eozone. All right. And this should be a theta. Okay. Is that what you should have there? All right. That was a mistake. Your stem here is eozone. So this is in form, doesn't look the same. Okay. Ectomai. So it takes a different form. All right. This is a very common verb. I come or I go. Okay. Ectomai. Singular, plural, active. Eltho. Elthomai. Elthase. Elthate. Thete. Elthe. Eltheso. Also. There's your active and there's your middle voice. Elthomai. Elthothe. Eltheta. Elthomatha. Elthesase. Elthonta. Elthonta. And so it's formed from the 6 principal parts. You got to go back to the principal parts to find the form of it. All right. And they want you to write these out following these rules, okay? The stem must be found first, and you need to find the stem first. Okay. There's no difference in meaning in the first and second subjunctive. It's just a form, difference in form. As previously learned, the subjunctive usually is found in subordinate clauses. There are, however, 4 uses in main clauses. The deliberative subjunctive, highlighted. The emphatic future negative, that'll be ume, usually. Hortatory, that's exhortation, and in prohibitions, okay? And here's a deliberative subjunctive. Examples of the subject used in questions in main clauses to express doubt or deliberation. What are we to do? T poi omen. T poi omen. What are we to do? And what shall we say unto you? That's 1 Corinthians 11:22. T epi humin. And of course, question mark, semicolon. What are we to do? T phogomen. T p omen. And what are we to eat, or what are we to drink? What shall we eat, or what shall we drink? In Matthew 6:31. Erikomatha, shall we go? Any questions about that? Deliberative. You're deliberating on the matter. Contrast, he says, this with a question asked for information, which is the indicative mood. T poi omen. What are we going to do? That's a question in indicative. And this is deliberating. What are we to do? And it's more, there's doubt. And so this is John 11:47. And this would be indicative mood up here, more doubtful. I have no idea what we're going to do. See, the emphatic future negative always has may. It's indicative with the subjunctive. The subjunctive uses the double negative may. Now, may always expresses strong. It's emphatic negative. Ume apo thane. Ume apo thane. He shall in no wise die. John 11:26. I think that's probably Peter saying that to Jesus. If my memory's right. Okay. He shall in no wise die. Ume ekbalo is thou as exo. I shall assuredly not cast him out. So I absolutely shall not cast him out. Calvinists like to see that. I think they take it out of context. So the emphatic future negative is used 100 times in the New Testament. It may also take a future indicative. So it's 100 times. So I would say ume is found together about 100 times. He's definite about this. So it's probably exactly 100 times. See paragraph 136. That's your future indicative. Hortatory subjunctive. The first person plural subjunctive and no other is used in exhortations. Translation is let us. And I had a preacher friend that tried to make something to help people remember. He'd say, "We'll have some lettuce today." A sermon is about lettuce. And he brought out the word for lettuce that you eat. And he used the word let us in exhortations. It was kind of catchy, I guess, but I'm not showy like that. I'm just old country boy. The first person plural subjunctive and no other is used in exhortation. Now, sometimes you can make those sermons like that, you make them very catchy and people remember them. And there's nothing wrong with doing it. Jesus used some stuff like that. Some of the apostles did. So I'm not saying it's wrong. It's just, I'm just not that way. I'm not a flowery preacher. The translation is let us. The subjunctive endings, omen, ometha, thomen, standing alone as the main verb is a clause, in a clause or the sign of this construction. So right here we have omen, ometha, those two, omen and ometha. And may, min omen, in hamartia. Let us not remain or abide in sin. Continue in sin. Agomatha, hupo to Guru. And this is from Ago. Let us be led by the Lord. And hupo in the what's the ablative? This be ablative case. Hupo, I think, only takes the ablative. And so this is the primary agency. He is the primary agent. So the Lord is our primary agent. And the Lord could be leading us by some other means, not directly. Could be by means of the scriptures or something else, okay? But context will have to tell you, okay? Prohibitions may with the aorist subjunctive is with the beginning of an act. Now, in the file that I have, Greek grammar, lexicon and Greek grammar notes, I have this laid out there. You can just do a search on the aorist subjunctive. Just type this in the file and find it. Aorist subjunctive. Just type these words in and find it. And I have several grammar books that give you this information. So it's used, may with the aorist subjunctive is used for the beginning of an action. May with the present in imperative, present imperative is going to prohibit the continuation of something. So I'm going to type this out. May with the present, change this to present imperative right here. It's going to prohibit the continuation of an action. Does everyone get that? And these are both laid out in that file that I sent you. All right. This construction appears 84 times in this. That's sufficient number of times to make it important that we study it. Okay. And it was about time for us to stop. Do you have any questions? Anybody have questions? I'm going to pick up on this next time, and what I'll do is I'll have this file for you. Now, what was the word we wanted to look up? Martyrion. I'll try to study that before next week, okay? And try to remember to get back into it.
Okay, thank you.
And we'll go to section 328 next week. And anybody got a comment or question?